Pensa solo a tornare. Devi tornare assolutamente.
Why did you want to tell this story, and how do you balance the different storylines?
So I was attracted to Mudbound because of the multiple points of view, and I wanted to tell a story about two families that kind of marry each other and are locked to each other and locked to this piece of land. And so for me, balancing the points of view was about giving the Jackson family context, giving them a history. So when Hap has his monologue about what good is a deed, I wrote that because it solidifies his connection to the land. And he and Henry both have this disinheritance. And with Florence, when she says, I remember my mother blue, is giving her context in this idea that she's doing the very thing she said she would never do in caring for someone else's children, but learns that love is a way of surviving, love is a type of survival. So I mentioned those.
And in the movie, it seems that ignorance and violence are the real mud that cover the characters and the story. And the characters must fight to eliminate this ignorance and violence. What do you think about this?
Well, I think what I appreciate about the materials, I wanted to kind of create the sense of an everyday violence, from Hillary's book, she has this passage about country violence and things like dying and always death. So Laura's thinking about things are always dying. You're always trying to keep, things out and keep yourself in, and how it just exposes how we as individuals are porous, our lives are porous, nothing ever stays where it should. And I think, in the staging of the lynching scene, I really want it to be like the Stations of the Cross. So it's like the Passion of the Christ, where Jamie is Mary Magdalene and Ron Nezel's the Christ figure, and then Mary comes in and takes off her head wrap and wraps it around his loins. So I really wanted to have that scene. I wanted the scene to have that kind of symbolism and that kind of lift, so that we understand really this is a larger thing.
Il mio incubo è sempre lo stesso. Grido, ma non esce alcun suono.
Questo luogo, questa legge, noi non apparteniamo a loro.
Florence is a woman who loves her family, and how did you prepare this character?
Well, I prepared for Florence just remembering, who my mother is and my grandparents are. My mother was Florence, my aunts were Florence, my grandparents were Florence, and they were just, really my grandmother. She was a woman who loved her family. She had 13 kids, a husband, a garden, chickens, cows, the whole thing. But at the end of the day, she just wanted to protect her family. And she didn't say a lot, but she protected her family. And yeah, that's basically where, the inspiration was drawn from Florence. From my family, sorry.
Qual è la cosa peggiore che hai fatto? Tu tradisci il tuo stesso sangue? Non vedi quanto sia infelice tua moglie?
Nel silenzio, nell'oppressione, nella paura.
I have read that playing Florence was like a therapy for you.
Yeah, Florence was a blessing to me because I struggle with a lot of, things that I'm not happy about, but Florence helped me to accept a lot of things. I've come a long way, I've grown, but with this project, it really blessed me with, some sense of, confidence in a lot of things that I didn't have confidence before, because I let Florence live. And Florence is all natural, all beautiful, all strong, all, she doesn't need nails and, makeup to make herself feel great. And so I really analyzed that, and I said, well, Mary, that's you. That's really who you are. And I took that and I embraced it, and she helps me a lot.
Okay.
Ci vuole un uomo straordinario per sconfiggere tutto ciò.
Amen.